Hello guys, and welcome back to the video 2 for creating bots of bot application. This video is pretty simple. We will be creating couple of PVA bots so that we can orchestrate them with the help of C# in our next section. And important thing, we will check what parameters do we really need to call these PVA bots programmatically with the help of C#, and one important caveat which is in Microsoft documentation which we should not be doing. So like a good Power Apps developer, the first thing we will do is to create a new solution where all these bots will go. In your case, if it's a production environment, I would recommend that these be different solutions. So every department comes up with their own solution. You load the solution in your system. For the time being, since it's just a demo, I will be creating it within one PVA solution itself. Once session is done, let's go ahead and create some bots. Let's create a chat bot. Quick note over here, imagine see the environment I have, which is over here. It is based in US. If you are able to provision a new environment, it's a greenfield project, I would recommend setting it up in US because that's where the latest and greatest comes, and you will be able to use the new features of Power Virtual Agent, especially around Gen AI functionality, pretty quickly than the rest of the tenants. So let's go ahead and I would name it as, let's say it's my IT department's chatbot. It is English. The conversation booster is basically, the idea is you can mention a corporate website or even an intranet, SharePoint intranet, etc. And if PVA cannot find any answers for a particular user's query, so that means you have not explicitly defined what the answer should be for that query, then it will go ahead and scan / search your corporate website and show the end user the corresponding answers. Let's go ahead and create the bot. In my IT bot, my requirement is pretty simple. I want to give the end users the ability to order hardware directly via chat, so no service ticket needs to be created, and etc. And for that, I would like two scenarios. One, if they're asking for a laptop, then I would like to make a direct connection to my customer, to my ticketing system, create a ticket over there for them and send them the ticket number. Also, if possible, send them what brand of laptop they have requested, and then they should also be able to order mouse via the chat itself, and then I'll ask us one more question: do you want the mouse with batteries or not, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and look at how to do that within PVA. So my PVA is loaded, the IT department. As you can see, some of the topics are already created. Now a topic is simply an algorithm, basically what to do when a user types a query or a question, and it's by PVA. PVA does it automatically, the mapping of what the user is talking and mapping it to your particular algorithm. So for example, if I do hi, you can see it is answering me with how can I help you, and it also started the conversation with hello, I am the IT department, and so on and so forth. And the reason it works is because these are already defined over here. So that's a topic, and it says hello, I am bot name, and so on and so forth. If I go back to my topics, I think there is a hi also. Maybe it's sign in or reset conversation. I don't exactly remember. No, it's a different one, but you can figure it out. Where does this function is coming from? Maybe it's this one. Yeah, it's this one, you see? And so it's basically an algorithm creating canvas. That's pretty much what it is. A good practice over here is whenever you start a new PVA topic, it's good practice is to disable some of the existing ones, because these are just for demo purposes, so you really don't need them. Now I'll go ahead and create a new topic, which is order new hardware. What are the phrases? What are the questions that an end user can ask so that PVA can do the mapping, can trigger this topic? Order new hardware would be one question he could ask, or I want a new laptop is another one. I want, let's say, order a new mouse is another one, right? So these three. Of course, in real life scenario, end user is not going to type exactly the same keywords, but rest be assured that even if he typed some other key sets, it will work. I was really surprised in a very pleasant way that how good this functionality was in terms of figuring out what the intent of the user is. So once this is done, the next question I want to ask the user is, what does he want to order? Does he want to order a laptop or a mouse? Now, this is pretty simple. I can just go and I'll say, let's send him a message. Thanks. I can help you with that. So that's just a message that goes back, and then I would like to ask a question, which is what hardware you want to order. The choices, it's a multiple choice question. It can be a laptop, it can be a mouse. Of course, in real life scenario, I cannot presage all the odd hardwares that an end user can ask, because there are a 10 number of entries over there. So rather than doing this, you can also create entities. These are actual nouns, and then PVA will make sure that a user, whenever user orders, he orders one of those also. So you don't have to define it like this. Have a look at in YouTube. There's enough documentation about how entities work and so on and so forth. For the time being, I would simply ask it like this, and I'll store whatever the user has ordered in my variable. A quick one about these settings here is pretty simple. Because in PVA one topic can call another topic, and once you do that, you can also send these variables across the topics, and that's what we are controlling here. Global variable is, of course, if it is global, it is available to all the topics all the time. Once that is done, you would see that PVA automatically creates this kind of a flowchart for me. If this variable, whatever user is typing, if it is equal to laptop, then do something. If it is mouse, then do something. And if it is something else, do whatever, anything. In my case, quickly, let's go ahead and create a connector to an external service, because that's how PVA actually interacts with any other application, be it your third-party system softwares, for example Helix, or any customer ticketing service, or even if you have a service which automatically provides laptop to end users, you can also call those services from here. So but for the time being, since I don't have it, I would be calling the Rapid API, which is this guy. It's an endpoint which gives me some dummy data. So I would get this request back. We will make a call via Power Automate /flow, and we will send this number back to the end user. And also we can also send what brand the user has ordered the laptop of, maybe Fegor. The way to do that would be simply to create over here, and then say, once it is a laptop flow, just simply go ahead and call an action. And that action I want is, I already have create a ticket, but let's go ahead and create a new one. So any input, let's say if you would like to send some information from PVA to Power Virtual Agents, that's also possible. All you need to do is to just define those inputs over here. Let's go ahead and add an action, which is HTTP. It's this guy. What do I want to do? It's a GET request to this endpoint, and then I would like to parse my JSON, which is, I think, data option, this one. The content is my body of my HTTP, and what is let's copy this guy, generate from a sample. Yes, that's how it looks like. Now let's go ahead at an action, and then say I guess it was compose again. Yeah, compose. I would like to put, what should I read? Let's read the ID again, another compose, and this time I would like to read the brand. compose and then read the brand over here. Let's quickly rename it as a good practice. Get ticket ID, and then I would say rename get brand. Once that is done, I would like to return it back. So it's pretty simple. It's a text. What am I returning? Where ticket ID column, a variable, and it is of the type ticket ID is output, and then another one which is where brand, and output is brand. That's all. Let's save it. Power Virtual Agent Flow template. Okay, you can rename it if you want, but for the time being I will keep it like this. It's saved. Let's go here. Done. If I click on action, so that was my flow created. It gave me, not only did it call the flow automatically, it also stored my variables over here automatically in PVA variables. Now I can simply send a message back. Thanks, your request for a laptop. Let's put the brand name of the laptop, which is where brand is created, and ticket number is, let's go ahead and put the ticket number over here, where ticket ID, so on and so forth. For the mouse, again, let's go ahead and ask a simple question. Do you want to order it with batteries? And then the option is, it's a boolean, it's not a multiple choice, it's a boolean. Where is boolean? You can see there are a lot of options you can put. Now let's look for boolean variable choice. Let's call it where batteries, and then what do you want to do with, of course, with yes and no. Let's see if I have the option here. I wish the screen was a bit bigger. Maybe I need to invest some more in my bigger screens here. So okay, you can add a condition, because I need to there you go. If the variable batteries is equal to, I think the value is true. It's strange. It knows it's boolean. It should have just given me the value of yes or no. But anyways, that's just my little quirk. And then I want to send a message. Mouse with batteries ordered, ERET, and in all other condition I can simply say, ooh, I think I'm doing a bit wrong, you see, because it's a boolean. It already figured out if the condition is true, I guess so. We shall see. But yeah, and then gave mouse without batteries ordered. Of course, you can also make a call to Power Automate / flow and get it done, but anyways, I'll leave it for the time being. Let's save it. And quickly go ahead and let's test our bot. I want to order a new laptop. And you can see that I got the message, and it's simply ordered by Samsung brand laptop and the number is 2521. An interesting thing, or rather a cool thing PVA did automatically is that it did not ask me what kind of hardware do you want, because it was intelligent enough to figure out that you want a laptop. So the variable pre-filling, that is a key feature of Power Virtual Agents. So for example, but if I go and I ask the question differently, I want to order a new hardware, for example, then it will ask me, do you want a mouse or do you want a laptop? And of course the flow is pretty much the same. Pretty cool, no? I love this functionality of PVA. So that's how you can create a lot of topics within it, within your PVA. Rest of it is, again, you can consult the documentation. Nothing spectacular over here. One very important functionality I would like to explain over here is about the channels. If you look into Microsoft documentation slash on GitHub, most of the time the way you can call these PVA with C sharp, they are asking us to go through via demo webs, not demo websites, I think so, yeah, I think it's one of those, because we need to provide a token when we make this request, and they are asking us to use, I guess, the one of those mobile app tokens or demo website tokens. In my case, it never worked. I did try it out once in a while, it will work, and then I will get object reference not set to an instance object, and I could never figure out why. So my solution to that was to go to security, look for this web channel security. Yeah, whenever we have to specify the token, don't use those channel tokens, just use the web channel security token over here. It always works. Right, and we will see, I will explain it again in the third video, where we will be writing C# code to programmatically call these PVA bots on a button click. So that's pretty much it. So this seems to be working. Let's quickly go ahead. We will go back to the chat bot, and let's create a new bot for, let's call HR department, and they have their own questions to be surfaced. Quickly we create it. And let's go to topics, and we create one topic here so that we can test it out when we orchestrate the whole PVA topics with the help of C#. Let's go ahead, new topic. Tick tick tick, come on, come on, come on, and let's call it, I don't want this, edit. What do I want? I have a question regarding salary. Okay, now since it's a very sensitive topic, I don't want to do anything automatically. I'll just send a reply back. Please contact blah at blah blah.com. Right, so we are not interested in an actual working topic, but it just was demo, so I really don't care. Let's go there, save it. Now I have two bots, and you can already see the problem. If I surface this chat window to my teams, I cannot order a new laptop. Or if I surface the chatbot, the IT chatbot, then I cannot ask the question about HR. You might want to say, okay, but what's the problem? I create a big fat PVA bot with all the topics, all the departments and everything into one. Fair enough. I think you should do it. That should be the primary step, and play around with it. Maybe your topics are not that many. Maybe the load is not that much and you are pretty happy with one topic, one PVA bot. I think that's the way to go it. But in large corporation where they would like to surface all the end user, business users query through one window, this can become very difficult, especially when you have, let's say, two different topics with the similar name. For example, let's say what is the cost of new laptop for an IT department, and what is the cost price for a new, let's say, HR machine or something. In that case, you see the cost price is the same, so the topic collusion can happen, that different topics can get triggered. So to avoid those kind of scenarios, and also to have this ability where I can simply wash away, delete the bots which are playing rogue, and also add new bots without releasing my old solution, because in this case I have to save it and release the solution again and again and again. In those kind of scenarios, we'll be writing the C# code, C# project that will orchestrate all this for us at runtime. So I hope it was interesting. If you liked it, please hit like, share and subscribe. It means a lot and it helps me to come out of my slumber and do these videos. In the next video, we will be working on the real meat of the application, the C# project, which will orchestrate all these bots for us in a very plug and playable manner. So see you soon.